When you think of mental illness, what comes to mind?
Anxiety. Something being wrong with the brain or having social issues.
Usually problems someone has that they try to hide.
Think of people that are quiet and keep to themselves.
Think of depression and self-harm.
Silent illness and people being afraid to ask for help.
According to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, stigma is when a person sees someone in a negative way just because they have a mental health condition. This negativity can display in judgment or shame. Oftentimes, it is believed that a victim of mental illness is to blame and is associated with violence or a defect in their character. It is also assumed that mental illness is a phase and that people who suffer from one can control it if they try. The stigma surrounding mental illness is so intense that many people avoid seeking the help and support that they need. They are afraid of being judged, labeled, and treated differently for their mental illness. This fear and avoidance could lead people that are suffering down a dark path. Research has shown that 90% of people who commit suicide suffer from mental illness. We must stop the stigma now. This is Demi Lovato. She is known for her successful singing, songwriting, and acting careers, and has recently spoken out about her struggle with addiction, bipolar disorder, and eating disorders. This is Howie Mandel. He may be a well-known comedian and TV show host, but many people do not know that he suffers from obsessive-compulsive disorder and has begun opening up about his experience in several interviews. This is Ginger Z. She is currently the chief meteorologist for ABC News and has recently opened up about her struggle with depression, her attempt at suicide, and her experience in a mental health hospital. By sharing their stories, these public figures have brought awareness to the truth behind mental illness. They have proven that it is possible to be successful and high-functioning with the help needed, and by bravely speaking out, they have begun to erase the stigma. Here is what you can do to help. Whether or not you are struggling with a mental illness, talk openly about mental health. Educate yourself and others. Be conscious of language. Encourage equality between physical and mental illness. Show compassion for those with mental illness. Together, we can end the stigma. If you or someone you know is suffering from a mental illness, it is important to reach out for help and support. For more information, go to www.nami.org.